Good morning, everybody. Porch Light here. Now, I've been away from the garden a few days, but I was super excited about coming in here and learning that we're gonna have a couple freezes this week coming. So it was a good time to pull out my sweet potatoes. So even though I got some stuff to do this morning, I said, you know what? Let me flip at least one bed. So I started flipping this one, and kind of find out there was still some live sweet potato vines, but hey, most of them are dead. So this is comfrey right here, and it's straggling a little bit, but it should come back next year. Needless to say, I felt like this would be a teachable moment. Probably wasn't even gonna do a video, but first of all, this is my harvest. By far, some of the biggest sweet potatoes I ever got, and I think these are these red Japanese kind, and I think that's a regular one right there. And there should be a few more stragglers in there too. But what I found out was I thought I had hit the jackpot. But what really occurred was I was hitting these pieces of wood. Now these pieces of wood did not deteriorate, evaporate, or any of that. Matter of fact, some of them even looked like they were trying to root. So, teachable moment is if you want to use your bed for any type of root vegetable, I suggest don't line it up with this stuff at the bottom. Now, if you plan on using the bed 2-3 years from now, maybe. But that was fresh wood too, so that could have been it. Needless to say, I think what occurred was they didn't have enough room to really get off. And plus, you know, the ones that I put in, I pretty much just put in a couple of seed potatoes, or sweet potatoes, like that one. And there's another one over there. And they grew from that. So they spent more of their time over the ground growing from the potato than they did underground. And if y'all remember, this thing was huge. And by the end of the season, it was mostly just the comfrey and that. So here's a pro tip, y'all. Go ahead, grow your sweet potatoes and your potatoes, but make sure you don't put these big things in there to keep it from growing. Now, all in all, pound-wise, I say this was definitely worth it because, you know, we grew plenty of tomatoes and other stuff in here. And I'm telling you, there's some stragglers there, but my hands are cold. I can barely hold this camera, y'all. Here's a sneak peek of everything else going on. Tomatoes are mostly gone. Everything that was summer-esque is gone, but I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. My hand's a little too cold to hit that bed, but I don't know if we did good with that one either, honestly. So we'll see what mistakes we made. But yeah, I got about 9 to 10 more flags of where I had potatoes and sweet potatoes. Here, over there. So we gonna get some stuff, y'all. I'm not worried about the actual yield. I'm just trying to get a system ready. Look at that, it's crazy, right? So that next year, I know where to put it, how to put it, and where it's gonna go, if it makes sense. All right? So, I'm gonna get my cold behind in here, and Porch Light out.